Good evening, my weary academics, and welcome to History to Sleep By, where we nerd out and conk out. If you enjoy calm, narrated history documentaries or just need a reliable friend to help with restless nights, please subscribe, leave a like, and maybe share a comment about what's happening in your life. That way you'll always find your way back to us. Now, let's begin tonight's journey. In the summer of 1779, the Continental Army embarked on a campaign known as the Sullivan Expedition. Its purpose was to weaken the base areas of the Haudenosaunee, also known as the Iroquois, who had allied with the British. These native groups were supporting raids on frontier settlements, causing distress and disruption. The Continental Congress decided that a decisive blow was necessary to cripple these operations. Major General John Sullivan was chosen to lead this effort, commanding 3 divisions in what was a significant undertaking during the American Revolutionary War. Brigadier General James Clinton played a crucial role in this campaign. He led a column that would join Sullivan's forces at a strategic point called Tioga. Clinton's journey began with an innovative logistical maneuver. At Otsego Lake, he constructed a dam, raising the water level. When the dam was released, the surge allowed his forces to float down the Susquehanna River, facilitating their movement and conserving their energy for the battles ahead. Supplies were carefully arranged, with provisions coming from Pennsylvania to sustain the troops as they moved through challenging terrain. The geography of the region was both a boon and a barrier. The Susquehanna and Chemung valleys provided natural routes for the advancing army. The Finger Lakes Corridor and the Genesee country were rich in resources, but also held the strongholds of the Haudenosaunee. As the expedition moved forward, these areas became the focus of their operations. The aim was not only to engage enemy forces, but also to dismantle the infrastructure that supported their raids. The campaign reached a pivotal moment at the Battle of Newtown on August 29, 1779. Here, Sullivan's forces encountered a combined force of British Rangers, led by John Butler, and Haudenosaunee warriors. Among the native leaders were Joseph Brant, a Mohawk chief, and commanders from the Seneca Nation. The battle was intense, but ultimately resulted in a victory for Sullivan's forces. This success allowed the Continental Army to press further into enemy territory. Following Newtown, the expedition adopted a scorched earth policy. Towns were systematically destroyed, orchards cut down, and crops burned. This was a deliberate strategy to deprive the Haudenosaunee of the resources they needed to continue supporting the British. The campaign saw few set-piece engagements beyond Newtown, as the focus shifted to dismantling the enemy's ability to wage war. As the expedition progressed, the landscape bore witness to its destructive path. The systematic destruction left the Haudenosaunee communities in disarray, with many displaced and facing hardship. The immediate result was a significant disruption of the Crown-allied base areas. The frequency and reach of frontier raids were notably reduced, though not entirely eliminated. Despite the campaign's impact, there were limits to its success. Many of the Haudenosaunee survivors sought refuge near Fort Niagara and in Canada. The raids, although diminished, did not cease entirely. The campaign concluded with Sullivan's forces returning, their mission largely accomplished, but leaving behind a landscape forever altered. The Sullivan Expedition stands as a testament to the complexities of war. It was a campaign that combined military strategy with a harsh reality for those caught in its path. As you drift into sleep, consider the echoes of history that linger in the quiet of the night. The stories of those who lived through such times remind us of the resilience and challenges faced in the pursuit of peace. In the quiet aftermath of the Sullivan Expedition, the land bore silent witness to the changes wrought upon it. The villages that once thrived with the vibrant life of the Haudenosaunee were now shadows of their former selves. Fields that had been carefully tended lay fallow, their crops destroyed or left to wither. The people who had called these lands home for generations faced an uncertain future, scattered and seeking refuge in unfamiliar territories. The Haudenosaunee, known for their strength and unity, found themselves at a crossroads. Their confederacy, which had stood as a powerful entity for centuries, was now tested by the pressures of displacement and survival. Families were separated, and traditional ways of life were disrupted. Yet, even in the face of such adversity, the spirit of the Haudenosaunee endured. They carried with them the stories and traditions of their ancestors, preserving their culture amidst the challenges of a new reality. As the seasons turned, the land began to heal, slowly reclaiming the scars left by conflict. Nature's resilience mirrored that of the people who had once thrived there. Trees and plants began to grow anew, covering the traces of human habitation with a blanket of green. The rivers flowed steadily, their waters a constant reminder of the passage of time and the continuity of life. In the years that followed, the region saw new settlements emerge. Colonists, drawn by the promise of fertile land and opportunity, began to establish their own communities. They brought with them their customs and ambitions, eager to carve out a place in this transformed landscape. The mingling of cultures and the exchange of knowledge created a tapestry of human experience, woven together by the threads of history. The echoes of the past lingered, however, in the memories of those who had witnessed the changes firsthand. Stories of the Haudenosaunee and their struggles were passed down through generations, becoming part of the collective memory of the region. These tales served as a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring quest for peace and understanding. As the sun set on another day, casting its golden light over the land, the air was filled with a sense of calm. The gentle rustle of leaves and the distant call of birds provided a soothing backdrop to the thoughts of those who paused to reflect. The landscape, though altered, continued to hold its own quiet beauty, a testament to the enduring power of nature and the passage of time. In the stillness of the night, as the stars emerged one by one, the world seemed to hold its breath. The stories of the past, whispered by the wind, mingled with the dreams of those who lay beneath the canopy of the sky. Each star, a tiny beacon of light, served as a reminder of the countless lives that had been touched by the events of history. The land, ever patient and enduring, continued its cycle of renewal and growth. It held within its embrace the memories of all who had walked its paths, a silent guardian of the stories that shaped its identity. As the night deepened, the gentle rhythm of the earth lulled the world to sleep, cradling its inhabitants in a timeless embrace. In this moment of tranquility, as the world drifted into slumber, the past and present intertwined, creating a tapestry of dreams and memories. The lessons of history, gently whispered by the night, offered a sense of peace and understanding. And as the first light of dawn began to break on the horizon, the promise of a new day beckoned, filled with hope and the possibility of a brighter future. As the first rays of sunlight kissed the earth, the landscape began to stir with life. The dew, glistening like tiny jewels, adorned the leaves and grass, a testament to the night's gentle embrace. Birds, roused by the promise of a new day, filled the air with their melodious songs, a symphony of nature's own making. The world, slowly awakening from its slumber, seemed to hold its breath in anticipation of the day's unfolding. In the quiet corners of the countryside, farmers prepared for their morning rituals. The scent of freshly turned soil mingled with the crisp morning air, a reminder of the eternal bond between man and land. These fields, tilled by generations, bore witness to the passage of time, each furrow a line in the story of human endeavor. The farmers, with their hands calloused by years of labor, moved with a practiced grace, their actions a dance as old as the earth itself. Nearby, a small village began to stir. The cobblestone streets, worn smooth by countless footsteps, echoed with the soft murmur of life. Shopkeepers, their faces lined with the wisdom of years, opened their doors to the morning light. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafted through the air, inviting and warm. Children, their laughter bright and unrestrained, chased one another through the narrow alleys, their joy a reminder of the innocence that time cannot tarnish. As the sun climbed higher, its golden light bathed the world in a gentle warmth. The fields, now vibrant with color, stretched out like a patchwork quilt, each square a testament to human resilience and hope. The farmers, pausing for a moment, surveyed their domain with quiet pride. They understood the delicate balance of nature and the patience required to coax life from the soil. Their toil was a labor of love, a commitment to the future that transcended the boundaries of time. In the heart of the village, the church bell tolled, its sound resonating through the morning air. The faithful gathered, drawn by the call to worship, their voices rising in a chorus of devotion. The church, a steadfast sentinel, stood as a symbol of community and continuity, its walls echoing with the prayers of generations. Within its hallowed halls, the past and present converged, a sacred space where time seemed to stand still. As the day unfolded, the village thrummed with activity. Merchants peddled their wares, their voices a lively counterpoint to the steady hum of conversation. The market square, a vibrant tapestry of color and sound, was a place of connection, where stories were shared and bonds forged. Here, amidst the bustle, the essence of community thrived, a testament to the enduring spirit of togetherness. Beyond the village, the river meandered lazily, its waters reflecting the azure sky. Fishermen, their nets cast wide, worked with a quiet determination, their movements a study in patience. The river, a lifeline for the village, carried with it the stories of those who depended on its bounty. Its gentle flow was a reminder of the constancy of nature, a soothing presence in a world ever-changing. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, the world prepared for the embrace of night. The farmers, their day's work done, returned home, their hearts full with the satisfaction of a day well spent. The village, bathed in the soft glow of twilight, settled into a peaceful rhythm. The streets, now quiet, held the whispers of the day, a gentle lullaby to usher in the night. In the stillness, the land, ever patient, continued its eternal cycle. It held within its embrace the dreams and hopes of all who called it home. The stories of the past, woven into the fabric of the present, offered a gentle reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. As the stars began to twinkle in the velvet sky, the world once more drifted into a peaceful slumber. The promise of a new day, filled with hope and possibility, awaited just beyond the horizon. In the quiet of the night, the village seemed to breathe in unison with the gentle rustle of leaves and the soft murmur of the nearby stream. The moon cast its silvery glow over the rooftops, painting shadows that danced lightly across cobblestone paths. Inside the cottages, the warmth of hearth fires flickered, casting a comforting glow that wrapped around the families gathered within. The air was filled with the sweet scent of lavender and chamomile. Herbs hung to dry, their fragrance a soothing balm to the senses. In one such cottage, an elder sat by the fire, her hands deftly working on a piece of embroidery. Her eyes, though clouded with age, held a spark of wisdom and kindness. She hummed a tune, an old lullaby passed down through generations, its melody a gentle caress that lulled the children nestled at her feet into a peaceful sleep. Her needle moved with the rhythm of the song, stitching stories into the fabric. Tales of bravery and love, of hardship and triumph, each thread a testament to the lives that had come before. Outside, the night creatures began their symphony. The hoot of an owl echoed through the trees, a sentinel watching over the slumbering village. Crickets chirped in harmonious chorus, their song a reminder of the continuity of life. The gentle breeze carried with it the distant sound of a wolf's howl, a call to the wild, a reminder of the untamed world that lay just beyond the village's edge. In the fields, the crops stood tall, their leaves whispering secrets to the stars. The wheat, golden and ripe, swayed gently, a sea of gold under the moon's watchful eye. The farmers, resting now, dreamt of the harvest to come, their minds filled with visions of abundance and prosperity. Each stalk, each grain, held the promise of sustenance, the fruit of their labor, a gift from the earth. The village, though small, was a tapestry of lives intertwined. Each person, each family, a thread in the larger weave of community. The blacksmith, with his strong arms and steady hands, shaped iron into tools and tales, his forge a beacon of light and warmth. The baker, rising before dawn, crafted loaves of bread, their aroma a welcome greeting to the day. The weaver, with her nimble fingers, spun yarn into cloth, her loom a symphony of color and texture. As the night deepened, the stars seemed to draw closer, their light a gentle embrace. The constellations, ancient and wise, watched over the world below, their stories written in the sky. The villagers, wrapped in the comfort of their dreams, lay beneath this celestial canopy, their hopes and fears cradled by the universe. In the stillness, time seemed to stretch, each moment a drop in the vast ocean of eternity. The past, present, and future wove together, a seamless tapestry of existence. The village, a small dot on the map of the world, held within it the essence of humanity. It was a place of beginnings and endings, of laughter and tears, of life in all its myriad forms. As the first light of dawn began to creep over the horizon, the world stirred once more. The sky, painted in hues of pink and gold, heralded the arrival of a new day. The village, with its cobblestone streets and thatched-roof cottages, awoke to the soft symphony of morning. Birds began their song, a joyful chorus that welcomed the sun's return. The air, crisp and fresh, carried the promise of a day filled with possibility. The villagers, rising from their slumber, stretched and yawned, their bodies eager to greet the day. The farmers, with renewed energy, prepared to tend to their fields, their hearts full of hope. The blacksmith stoked the fire in his forge, ready to shape metal into tools of purpose. The baker kneaded dough, his hands a blur of motion, crafting sustenance for the day ahead. In the heart of the village, life began anew. The cycle continued. Each day, a chapter in the story of the village, each person, a character in the grand narrative of life. The land, ever patient, watched over them all, its embrace a constant reminder of the enduring bond between humanity and the earth. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, the village, vibrant and alive, embarked on another journey through time, its story unfolding with each passing moment. The gentle hum of daily life enveloped the village, a symphony of sounds that spoke of industry and community. Children, their laughter ringing like bells, played in the dusty lanes, their games a tapestry of imagination and innocence. They chased each other with abandon, their feet kicking up small clouds of dust that danced in the sunlight. Nearby, the women gathered at the well, their voices a soft murmur as they exchanged news and stories, their hands deftly working at their tasks. Buckets of water, drawn from the depths, glistened in the light, their surfaces a mirror, reflecting the sky above. In the fields, the farmers worked with a rhythm honed by years of practice. Their hands, calloused and strong, moved with precision as they tended to the crops. The earth, rich and dark, yielded to their touch, a silent partner in their labor. The sun, now high in the sky, cast long shadows that stretched across the land, marking the passage of time. The farmers paused occasionally to wipe their brows, their eyes scanning the horizon, ever watchful for signs of the weather that could change their fortunes in an instant. The village was a tapestry woven from the threads of countless lives, each person contributing to the whole. The cobbler, his hands stained with dye, crafted shoes that would carry their wearers through the seasons. The weaver, her loom a constant companion, created cloth that would keep the villagers warm when the chill of winter arrived. Each trade, each skill, was a vital part of the village's existence, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of its people. As the day wore on, the sun began its slow descent, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. The village, bathed in the warm glow of evening, took on a serene quality. The sounds of the day softened, replaced by the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant call of a bird returning to its nest. The villagers, their work done, gathered in small groups, sharing stories and laughter as they rested. The bonds of friendship and family were strengthened in these moments, the ties that held the community together, growing ever stronger. The village elder, a figure of wisdom and respect, sat at the edge of the gathering, his eyes reflecting the light of the setting sun. He spoke of times past, of lessons learned and challenges overcome. His voice, though soft, carried the weight of years, a reminder of the continuity of life and the importance of remembering the past. The villagers listened, their hearts open to the stories that connected them to their ancestors and to each other. As darkness fell, the village was enveloped in a gentle calm. The stars, bright and clear, appeared in the night sky, their light a beacon of hope and wonder. The villagers, their spirits lifted by the day's work and the evening's companionship, retired to their homes, their hearts full of gratitude. The village, nestled in the embrace of the earth, settled into the quiet of the night, its story continuing to unfold in the dreams of its people. The cycle of life, ever turning, promised another day, another chance to weave new threads into the tapestry. The village, timeless and enduring, stood as a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit. Its story, told in the simple acts of daily life, was a reminder of the beauty found in community and the enduring bond between humanity and the land. As the night deepened, the village slept, cradled in the arms of the earth, ready to greet the dawn and the promise of a new